Today I'm making sourdough cookies, and you know, it's so simple that it's almost stupid, but they are so good. Everybody says that they just love them. So what I have here is I've mixed up some sugar and some melted butter, and I have some flour, baking soda, and salt that I've already mixed together. Oops, there's a pine needle. Don't need that in the cookie. And so what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take my starter. The starter has been in the fridge now for a day. I baked something, or I mixed some dough up yesterday, but this has been in the fridge for a day, and it does, so it can be dormant. It doesn't matter because we're going to be adding baking soda, which is already in here, and that's going to be the leaven. So anyway, it's going to take on the butter and sugar, 60 grams of starter, in this case dormant starter. It can also be active starter. Oh, and by the way, if you want the real measurements, you can go to my website, chrisbakesandojai.com, and you'll find everything there on the recipes page. And then we add an egg. And 5 grams of vanilla. Oh, I love the smell of vanilla. We mix that up. And of course, as always with bigger batches, you want to use a mixer, but for small batches like this, stirring it up is just fine. And then you stir this up. And then you add your flour, baking soda, and salt mixture in by thirds. And mix that. And I'm going to keep doing that. And after I'm done with this, this just goes in the fridge. It's going to sit there. It can sit there for a half an hour. You want it to be nice and cold when you shape it or when you form the cookies. But I like to leave it in for 24 hours because that way the sourdough can do its magic with the flour. And then when it's been in the refrigerator, I'm going to shape it and bake it. This dough was in the fridge for 3 days, I think. Geez. And you know, with dough, with sourdough, I think one overnight is at least what you need to do. 1 day is good, 2 days is great. 3 days, you're not really going to get all that much more benefit out of it. And if you don't wrap it up properly or cover it properly, it can start drying out. So 2 to 3 days is fine because the sourdough does do its magic with the flours I've already talked about. So anyway, so I've already portioned out this dough here into 80-gram pieces. I like my 80-gram cookies. And basically I roll them out into little rounds, put them on a baking sheet. These are still cold right out of the fridge. And what I do then is I put little indentations into them like that. And then whatever jam I have here, this is a Pixie tangerine jalapeno jam that I made a while back. Oh, it smells so good. And I just put a little bit into the indentation, and that gives it a really great flavor. So I'm going to keep doing this here with these, and then it goes into a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes, maybe 23. You want to have them a little bit golden brown, and then we have cookies. The cookies ended up being in the oven for about 23, well, exactly 23 minutes. They turned out nice and golden brown, and they're so good. They're like shortcake, you know, from Bacalli's, but they're crunchy, and the flavor, there's just so much more depth of flavor. I just love these things. So if you want to have a yummy cookie, you probably want to try this out.